Being a teenager for me in high school was really hard, and it's not the same for everyone. A lot of teenagers, they have fun in high school, which is really great. But for me personally, it was really hard. I didn't really fit in with a lot of people. I was a big nerd. I wasn't the prettiest. I watched anime, which was so weird at that time. There were a lot of factors why I didn't enjoy high school. I was also very bad at making friends. I did have one good friend, and yeah, she made it possible for me to have fun at school. If I didn't have her, then it would be really hard for me. But yeah, if I could talk to my teenager self and give her advice, this is the video that I would show her. One day I really want children myself, so if my children watch this when they are teenagers, that would be really great. I really want you to enjoy your teenage years. Those are years that you will never get back. And sometimes I wish I could go back to maybe experience it differently, but honestly, everything happens for a reason. So I have 11 things that I would tell my teenager self to give her advice. So the first thing I wrote down is try to have fun in school. Please, you have to go anyway, so might as well just have fun. Really try to have fun. I know high school can be difficult with all those different people, different personalities, but try to have fun. It's not permanent. I know it feels like it's gonna last forever, but try to have fun. And also try to study hard. Like, spend time on studying because you don't want to do another year at high school. So try to have, you don't have to be best friends with those people, but try to have a few people at school that you know that you can have fun with. If you're friends outside the school, that's amazing, but try to have like a few good school friends that you can hang out with, that you can eat food together with. Like, you have to spend 8 hours a day at school, so try to have fun. It's really important. The next thing is you're gonna lose some people. You're gonna lose friends. There's always some drama that happens. And if it doesn't happen, that's great. But you can expect some drama in high school. You're gonna lose friends. You're gonna have backstabbing friends. Some shit happens, So people that don't want to stay in your life, don't force it. Just let them go. Just let them go. If she or he doesn't want to be your friend, okay, bye. Don't chase them. Just let them go. The more you force it, the more you're delaying their exit. They're gonna leave anyway, so just let them go. And if you can make it work again, okay, that's great. Don't force people to stay in your life. Okay, don't be dependent on friendships. Depend on yourself. Depend on your family. Friends are gonna come and go. That's how it is. You can't force people to stay in your life, so yeah. The next point I think is really important to mention: your first disappointment, your first heartbreak. But it's like high school heartbreak. It's not like a real big heartbreak because you're still young. Well, sometimes it's a real heartbreak, but most of the time it's not that serious. But that's why I call it disappointment. You're gonna experience your first disappointment from a boy or a girl, if you're into girls, but for me it was for boys. That first disappointment from a boy, it's going to rewire your whole brain, because as a girl you grow up and you watched a lot of Disney movies and romance movies or whatever, and you think love is so smooth and innocent, and a boy will treat you romantically and as a gentleman. Well, sorry to disappoint you, but in reality, a lot of times you're going to be very shocked by how a boy can act sometimes. But that first disappointment, it's really important. It's really important that you are ready for it, because it's like a new feeling that you experience. You never felt it before. So that first disappointing feeling from a boy, like, be ready for it. And I'm warning you, please, you're going to feel hurt in your heart. Like, it's going to hurt. You're gonna physically feel the pain, but please don't make dumb decisions, because that first disappointing painful feeling. It's going to make you impulsive. It's going to make you do stupid things. Maybe you want to drink a lot of alcohol, or I don't know, you're going to try to show them that you're not heartbroken, and you're going to, like, I don't know, you're going to do a lot of stupid shit. But please, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Or you're going to try to make them jealous, and it's really not worth it. Try to heal with yourself. Try to heal on your own. Go to your mom, go to your dad. If you're my future child watching this, please come to mom. Just talk about it with your parents. Talk about it with a good friend of yours. Because that feeling, it's really going to make you spiral, but there are healthy ways to spiral. Next thing is focus fully on one skill in your life. The earlier you start, the better, because the older you get, the harder it is to be better at something. Like, of course, at any age you can be good at something, but it's really important that you start early, because your brain is fresh, you remember things better, you have also a lot of time. So when you're an adult, you have a lot of responsibilities, so it's hard to actually focus on one skill. But as a teenager, like, actually work on something to be good at, whether it's an instrument, whether it's a sport, whether it's a study, a course, anything, like anything that you're interested in. Really focus on that when you're young. It's really going to be worth it. When you're older, you're going to be so happy that you can do those things and that you worked hard on it. So yeah, profit from your youth. It's important. The next thing is spend more time with your family. Don't neglect your family. Never neglect your family. When you're a teenager, you get so distracted from high school, from what other people think of you. Like, you're always so insecure of other people's opinions, and you're trying to fit in. You want to have many friends. You want to be cool. You don't want to come off as a nerd at school, like me. You're going to focus on wrong things. You're going to focus on things that don't matter and are actually not worth your time. Like, all those people at high school, you're probably never going to see them. They're probably not your real friends. And I hope they stay your friends in the future if they're actually good people. But most of the time, you're never going to see those people again. So please, never neglect your family. Spend time with your family. It's really important. And me as a mom, I will really push on that, because I really want my children to be close with their family. So the next thing is that I had to learn myself. There's a difference between being honest and being rude. And this is something I had to realize myself. I've always been a very honest person, but I didn't always know how to say things in a polite manner without, like, trying to offend the other, which was never my intention. I just have I can be bold and I can be very honest. So when I say my opinion about something, it could come off as rude. It's important to be honest and to say what you feel and think, but try to be considerate with your words, and try to be considerate with the other person's feelings. You know, you don't want to hurt people. I really want my children to be authentic and honest, but I really want them to stay polite in their words. It's not because you're honest that it means that you're being a good person. It's not always like that. Like, you really have to make sure that you say the right words. Okay, this one is a very big point. Don't try to fit in. Spend all that energy on yourself. So try to get to know yourself, try to see what you like, because when you spend all that time trying to get to know yourself, like building yourself as a person, you're going to be very authentic, and authenticity is attractive. Like, you don't want to be a fake person that wants to fit in. Be your own self, and the friends are gonna come. You're gonna have a lot of friends. Yeah, that's also a point. You don't need many friends. Like, if you have like a few good friends, that's so enough. If you have like 1, 2, 3 very good friends, that's gold. Be a good friend to your friends. Be yourself. Don't try to fit in. Like, it's going to be all right. So when you're a teenager, sometimes you get in a relationship. It's going to be pretty awkward because it's like your first experience. Honestly, I prefer my children to not to date so early, but you know, it can happen. Always ask your parents for advice when it comes to relationships. Don't keep it hidden. Most of the time, you don't really know what love means at that age. Talk to your parents, ask them advice about the relationship, and don't do things in secret. You really have to be open about it because, you're still dating a stranger. You don't actually know who that person is, and every parent wants their children to be safe. And don't tell your boyfriend or girlfriend everything about your life. Like, don't tell them every trauma, every little thing happening at home. Like, they don't have to know all that. Like, try to keep your own life private. And if that relationship really grows to be really serious, then you can open up more. But try to not put everything instantly on the table for them. Like, chill out. As a teenager, I wish I did more student work because, it's the time where you don't have to pay taxes. So try to do early on student jobs. You can really profit from the no tax rule, and try to save a lot of money because it doesn't get easier. It really doesn't get easier. When you save a lot of money early on, you can have such a good buffer for when you live alone. So one day you're gonna want to live alone, and yeah, all that money you saved, it's gonna be worth it. So try to do a lot of student jobs. It's also good for experience. So experience with different jobs, and yeah, you're gonna get to know yourself better on a professional field. So yeah. So the next point is fear of judgment will waste a lot of your time. Fear of judgment, it's almost something natural. Like, you will care about other people's opinions about you. Really try to work on that in your teenage years, because when you become an adult and you never work on your confidence, it's going to be harder for you to adjust to that. Learn to speak in front of people, learn to speak in front of a camera. You can practice in your room. Like, really try to talk a lot. Later in the working field, they really look for people that have the confidence to speak. Like, do a lot of presentations, really put effort in your presentations. And my last point is, please limit social media. Social media really took over the whole earth, and yeah, I'm also using social media. You can use it for good things, but as a teenager, like, please spend that time on other things. Social media, you're going to get tired of it when you're older. So as a teenager, try to go outside a lot, go outside with your friends, do fun things. Like, really don't be a lot on social media. And when you're at home, spend time with your parents, spend time with your siblings, or read books, work on a skill. Yeah, just try to limit social media as much as you can. On social media, there's a lot of negativity, a lot of overstimulation, there's a lot of sad news, and it will make you dopamine addicted. You will be so thankful that you weren't a lot of social media, because you're gonna get tired of it later on. I promise you that. Enjoy your teenage years.